Good morning. My hat's not up properly on my hood. It's a bit wet.
A bit wet, a bit windy and a bit miserable.
Should put my jeans on there though. Yeah.
This way.
But yeah, we had a good night's sleep out there.
It was extremely peaceful, wasn't it?
At the visitor centre, but the weather is turning today. It's
horrid.
Windy. It's wet. But we want to get out and do this little walk round here before we leave, don't we?
Yeah, they've just got a little circular walk that's just flat, and I thought it'd be nice just for a little morning's walk for him.
Yeah.
So he can stretch his legs, empty his tanks.
We'll be under trees, so it'll be alright.
Yeah.
Nobody else here other than that.
No, nobody else joined us did the last night.
Just us. And any mad axemen that are in the woods. Don't know.
There's a carrier bag left on there.
Yeah, it was there last night.
Was it?
It'll not be anything any good, will it? For somebody's rubbish, because
yeah.
Don't think there's any bins around here. Who's sporting his waterproof? So, yeah, good night's sleep here.
Yes, very quiet.
You could hit a pin drop.
You could. It was lovely and peaceful.
So do recommend it if you're coming this way.
Just what we needed. Mind you, we've not had bad nights just lately, have we?
No. I think we've had one while I've been in Scotland.
Yeah.
So we've been looking on the map.
Ooh.
Obviously we've got to come down towards Alpecross now. We're not going to go down the Alpecross.
Off you go.
As we've already said.
Applecross, darling.
Alpecross.
I
always call it
You're obsessed
Alpecross.
with calling it that.
Yeah, well, why don't they rename it? Because I keep forgetting. So we go, basically where we are, we go down and then back up to nearly where we start.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
you can,
we do, yeah.
You can cut that bit off, but we're not. We're going to do the full NC500.
Yeah, otherwise we'll feel like we've cheated.
Other than the pass.
Yeah.
But the pass does say no motorhomes. There's a sign up and it says motorhome, we're across through it. So you're not supposed to go down there. And like I said, I'm not putting that bumper back on.
Oh God, no. No, it's not worth the risk.
So there's a couple of points of interest as we go round. I don't know how much of stuff there is. I think we've seen a lot of it now, but we're low on power again.
We are. There's no campsites open, so.
No campsites open, so we're probably going to do quite a bit of driving today. Is that what you needed, Bo? That's your tank empty. Yeah, quite a bit of driving today. Try and put a bit of charge back in the batteries.
Yes.
Somebody did say about, upgrading us solar. It won't matter how much solar we got on the roof.
If the golden nugget ain't shining, you ain't getting power.
And even if it is, you're getting no.
Not in a winter.
Yeah, we've got 3 panels. We've got combat. We run 400 into the van, but we have got 600.
Yeah.
And it ain't nowhere near enough. I think if we had 1,000, it wouldn't be enough. Not in England.
No.
So we'll try and get a bit of distance today.
Yeah, I think on a miserable day it's best thing to do, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Oof. Is that kind of a bench?
It is a bench, yeah.
Is it wood?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like they did at
there's a sculpture down there.
Inverness, isn't it? That's how they had the benches on Ness Island.
Yeah. I don't even know how far this walk is.
It's looping back what we've got, I don't know, it's not.
It goes 2 ways. Goes up.
That's going up and out of the woods though, isn't it, that one?
That one doesn't seem to be going.
Left, shall we?
I don't know, it don't go anywhere this way.
Isn't it? Yeah, it goes that way.
Is it?
Yeah, I can see the path.
Yeah, when we're going to do the short one, else we're going to get wet through. Hey?
Look at these.
We've got a thistle. Apparently you get quite a few red squirrels in here.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
I bet they're all being bed at the minute. Come on, wedge squirrels, where are you? There's a little feeder room behind us and some great tits and blue tits on there. They're robbing so far.
Yeah.
Right next to the van. Is that a pine cone then?
Nice little seating area, isn't it?
It's a stone pine cone.
It is a stone pine cone.
Oh, it's got some writing on them all, hasn't it?
To plant a tree I need only a shovel and a strong back.
Who's not bothered what it says? Yeah, I found a smokehouse further around that does fishing and everything, but that's shut.
Everything's shut now, isn't it? I think that is the only downside to coming and doing this time of year. A lot of the places we wanted to go to are now shut for the winter.
But the traffic's good.
Yes, but the traffic's quiet.
Very good, the traffic.
I know somebody did say to us in the comments, I think it was yesterday, do you think we'd manage with traffic and everything in a 7.5 metre?
There ain't any traffic up here.
I said, well, to be honest, if you're coming up at this time of year, there's hardly any traffic.
Somebody commented on a video and says, did we edit out the bits of the cars coming the other way? There weren't any.
No, there weren't any.
On them single track roads. I think we passed
3 cars in about 2 hours one of the days. There was literally nothing.
So we're back round to where the toilet block is. That'll do, just a little short one.
Yeah,
get buoys fixing. We'll head back, get packed away, and we'll get on the road and see what we can find on the way round.
We'll keep a sharp eye out.
Alright, this is a better map than mine, so I'll just show you before we go back to the van. Gairloch is where we did the services. Where we stopped was up here, I think,
Hold the camera up because you can't see your hand.
Gruinard's Bay. So we came round, Gairloch services. We're here at the moment. That way goes back to Inverness, but the NC500 runs down here. Back up and then to Inverness. But the Alpicross Pass, what everybody's talking about.
Applecross is here, look.
Applecross. I can't really say that. I don't know why I say Alpicross.
Alpicross. I have no idea.
So yeah, what ideally you're supposed to do is you're supposed to come round here and then go round to
the Applecross,
then come back across to the Bracknell Bar, what they call it, across here and round. Now here there is signposts saying no motorhomes. So what we shall do is like we say, we're here, we'll come back round this road and we shall go down that way and round.
Yeah.
Now we're not sure how far we're going yet, because we need to get some power in the van.
We do, yeah, we do.
But yeah, we've seen stags, we've seen dolphins, we've seen different kind of birds.
Yeah, we've been very lucky for what we've seen.
I think we saw an eagle when I nearly crashed the van.
I'd love to properly see an eagle. I would.
They're out there.
I know they're out there, yeah.
We saw one come across the road, but we can't quite saw what eagle it was.
Yeah.
And I was like that because, you know, the front end.
I'm like, which way are you going?
I was in Midlet Road. Right, let's go. That's a better map to show you on.
It is, much better. Fed up of these dark nights. It's by 3:30, that's it, your light's going, you have to eat, there's nothing really on the telly to watch, and you get really bored. So the other week I came across an app on my phone. Now I love my horsey magazines, but obviously living in a van full time, we've not got the room to store tons of magazines. I came across this app called Readly. Readly have access to over 7,000 different magazines, all sorts. There's my horsey ones that I love, there's motorhoming ones, there's car ones, there's fix-it ones, there's gadget ones, there's all sorts. So I've been having a right good look through. Now, they are offering at the minute 2 months free trial. So all you've got to do is download the app, select your magazine, and that's it. Off you go. So while Steve sits there editing and nothing to watch on telly and you're bored, I can now just get out my phone or the iPad and look at the latest magazine or that I want to read, and it's there in front of you. And also you download them, so you don't particularly have to have good internet to be able to read them, because once they're there you can flick through them at your leisure. So I just took the plunge one night and thought, do you know what, I'm going to have a look at it. So I downloaded the app, browsed through. Now there's a search bar on the top of the page, type in what you're interested in and it'll bring you up a whole load of all different magazines. Scroll through them, select what you want, job's a good one, start reading. they're there. Like I say, 2 months free, so you can't go wrong with that. And you can cancel for free at any time during that 2 months if you find it's not for you. The one I've found at the minute that's really helped us, because obviously while Steve's sat editing and Zach's on his laptop doing his schoolwork or playing with his friends, I've been looking up places on the NC500 in these motorhome magazines and finding places that for inspiration, things to do, places to visit, places to park. It's been brilliant. So I can look and then Steve can finish editing and I'll go, oh, guess what? We're doing this tomorrow. And I've got it all there in front of me, and I can, if I can't remember things, I can just flip back through it and say, right, there it is, look, that's what we're doing tomorrow, and here's the pictures. Browse everything they've got to offer on there and read to your heart's content. Don't forget, if you don't like it, it's not for you, cancel at any time. Not a problem, but personally I love it. So I'm going to pop the link in the description for you for anybody who might be interested, and see what you think yourself.
Oh.
I would hang on to that door.
Hang on to the door. Oh, we must be mad. Come to a viewpoint, Loch Torridon.
Staying behind the van.
Loch Torridon viewpoint.
Yes. My God, it's windy.
It is windy, but it's beautiful.
It's very nice, yeah.
Even though the weather's crap.
Yeah.
I bet that looks ever so blue down there.
Yeah, I bet it does.
In summertime, what does it tell us on here? Does it tell us much of anything? What can be found in there? Scottish. What's them? Don't know what they are.
Langoustines, prawns.
Langoustines. Oh, hidden treasures.
Yeah. I was just reading that.
Oh, let's go and look for some treasure, but not today.
Not today.
It's a bit perishing-y, isn't it?
It is, just a bit. Yes. Just, oh, God.
We must be mad.
I know.
It's proper windy coming down the roads. We've seen about 3 cars today.
We've seen about 3 cars in an hour.
In 10 mile. So we're doing all right. Right.
Oh,
Let's go a bit further.
Oh.
Quick pit stop. Not raining here, it's alright here actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that, it's brightened up.
We are next to a main road though, so.
Yeah, it's been rain. Nothing to stop at. So we're actually nearly back at Inverness, so we've nearly completed the NC500, so we decided, because we need to get Zach some trainers, we're going to head into Inverness next. We've stopped off for some lunch. First, I'm going to have some mackerel on toast.
Okay.
Movie trainers.
Oh yeah, they'll be cooking.
Getting a bit hot down there. Front at diesel litre. We're just having a break pit stop, aren't we, Bo? Yeah, probably about half an hour from Inverness. Oh yeah, we're going to head and get some trainers. We need fuel. We've used all the fuel.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Only put 50 quid in the other day, didn't we?
Yeah, and 150 to start with. So we've used 200 quid to get round. Just about in fuel. It's a fair bit, but
it is a fair bit, but
there's some fair steep bits to go up.
There is.
So
it's been a good drive, hasn't it? I mean, there's been some real good hills.
Yeah, but there's not a lot down this bottom bit where we've come round, so
no.
We're like, right, well, let's just go into Inverness and get us trainers and things sorted before we head down to Aviemore, either tomorrow or Sunday, whichever day we're deciding a bit. That's me sorted. That's a good sized piece of mackerel. But we have noticed it's got the bones in it still. It's a bit of a pain. I deboned all mine, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
Lazy fishmongers. You getting ready back there?
Yep.
Right, let's move to Inverness before we get rocked to sleep, here. And every time a lorry goes past, woo! Because we're only just off the edge of the road here, but yeah. They aren't half shaking us about, but well, the weather's fared up nice, so. But there is snow coming Don't know if it's coming tomorrow or Monday, but it is forecast very, very soon. I could have a half an hour, I could. I think it's that driving. Oh, probably done a couple of...
We've done a good couple of hours.
Couple of hours, yeah.
But it's not like, it's not plain main road driving, is it?
No.
It takes so much more concentration.
It certainly does, especially when there's big lorries going down some of them single track roads as well. There you go, they've got a lorry going past now, you'll see us rocking about. Oh, well, that was a long drive.
It's been a long driving day.
We've just driven and driven and driven and driven today, and we're not on the NC500 anymore.
No, we're not, no.
Finished it, completed
we have,
it.
All done and dusted. It's not that we've done a large amount of miles today, but the road...
Slow miles.
Yeah, 25, 30 mile an hour for hours.
Yeah,
but
that light's a bit bright, isn't
it?
Just knock the light down a little bit. Let's take the light down a little bit low.
Is that better?
A bit lower than that. It shines off this, doesn't it, you see? Might look better with nets on, actually. We're all ready. We're ready.
I know.
Proper ready. That's better. It don't look so bright now. Yeah, so we're just going to talk about, well, doing the NC500. Our tips and advice for anybody else who's thinking about doing it. What we would do differently. Yeah. And etc. But we're not going to say where we are tomorrow. You have to tune in tomorrow's video for that.
You will.
But
not
yeah,
giving that one away.
The last part we've just done, there wasn't really anything to see.
No.
And the weather was rubbish, so we kind of didn't really skip anything because there wasn't anything. No,
it's the last area that we've done today is just very, very barren mountain, stony mountain land.
It's driving land,
and it's not. There's nothing to see at all. But you know, the mountains around you. There was a couple of viewpoints that we stopped at, wasn't there? But the wind was atrocious.
Only filmed the one.
Yeah, we did. The weather was that bad, and it kept coming down rain. Then it was thick fog. Then it was raining again, and yeah, it's just been a bit of one of those days.
But if you've got a motorhome and you're wondering about, can I get round the NC500 in my motorhome? We got round in a 9 metre motorhome, no problem.
Yeah.
Probably better this time of year.
Yeah.
For driving round.
I think we were saying that, weren't we, as we were driving round, that because the roads are so narrow in places, narrow single track with varied passing places, we said, wow, in the height of summer,
I bet it's horrible.
You'd feel like you're not getting anywhere because somebody's constantly tucking in to let the other past.
Yeah, but the downside to it is there was a few things we wanted to visit, museums, bits and pieces.
That were closed.
And a lot of stuff is shut. And after where we left, there wasn't a campsite that was going to be open.
No, not one. Not one.
So it didn't really matter too much, but we were running out of power, so we decided to carry on driving.
Yeah.
We've been into Inverness. Zach's treated him, sent some new shoes.
He has. He has, which he's going to show you tomorrow.
Show you in tomorrow's video, that. So yeah, we were just going to basically talk about our experience on the NC500. Yeah. Really enjoyed doing it.
We did. We have enjoyed it. We have.
I would definitely want to redo it, but at a different time of year when more stuff's open.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's more places to visit, definitely.
But I wouldn't want to do it in the middle of the year when everybody else wants to do it.
Oh, God, no.
I bet it's absolutely crazy.
Maybe I would think sort of end of September, maybe. Because I think most places shut in October for the winter. So I would think sort of that kids have gone back to school kind of coming into winter gap. I think that would probably be a better time of year to do it.
Quite a lot of single track roads as well. There's plenty of passing places.
Oh yeah,
and people generally are very nice.
Polite, yeah.
Thank you. There's the odd knob jockey out there. The ones that look down the nose at you like, well, you shouldn't be on the road.
You shouldn't be on my road.
Yeah, well, why should you?
Yeah. We pay the same amount as you, so I'm sorry, but...
There's the odd one, but most of them, what I were doing was pull in and then let cars pass you, and they'd pip and put their hand up and say, oh, thanks, I could have been stuck behind
99% were polite.
Yeah, we did notice that there was a few cars parked in passing places, which is probably
that was mostly
nightmare.
Today, yeah, mostly today, that one.
4-wheel drives.
They're possibly sheep farmers. We don't know, but it's you can't really block those.
Yeah, but traffic wise, we had no traffic problems.
It's been so quiet
this time of year.
So sorry, I've got an itchy eye. It won't stop.
Seems to be plenty of petrol stations, so don't worry about petrol stations. The price is more expensive. It's probably about 8p a litre dearer than it is sort of in Inverness. So it's not too bad.
It's not too bad. We did find a little shop this morning, didn't we?
Middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere.
And we said, I bet there's no more shops, and half a mile further along
there was another one.
But
that was it then.
There is shops, there's butchers type shops, farmy shops.
Yeah, you're not really stuck for anything.
Parking really hasn't been a problem.
Not a problem at all, no. No.
Spots to park motorhomes, campervans in for the night, they seem plentiful. There was the odd place that said no overnight camping, but I mean it was literally the odd place.
Yeah, I think I've probably seen 2 that have said no overnighting.
Yeah, obviously we didn't do the Applecross.
No, God no.
Because it does say no motorhomes.
It does. We wanted to get a photo of the sign, didn't we? But there's nowhere to pull up, nowhere at all, because the cafe that's on the junction, it's all barriered off, it's all closed. So we couldn't pull in there. But
we need to go back and do it in a car.
I'd like to do the Applecross pass in a car or a 4-wheel drive. I think that'd be good fun.
It would be good fun. Also, we wanted to get round and all before the snow comes. I think Britain's already had some snow, but
down south,
it's coming in the next day or two. So we wanted to get back off the NC500.
Drop us a comment if you've had snow. Let's see what's the first area to comment that's had snow.
Well, everybody will have had snow by the time this video goes out, probably. Just saying. So yeah, we've come to somewhere we've been many a time before, and you can probably all guess where we are, to be honest. But yeah, we are.
But we're still not going to tell you.
Starting our journey south, but we've come to stop for a few days here first. Yeah, and we haven't really got any real plans after now, other than heading back.
No, I think the next few days, I think I'm going to start looking at Christmas markets and, you know, on the route down, places to stop off, when, you know, dates of markets and things, and try and tie a few bits in. But we've got a few people to see on the way down, haven't we, as well? So.
But I will say another thing about the NC500, that the roads are bad in places, but not all of it. I would say 85% is good and 15% is really
cringy.
Bad. I mean, really.
You go,
like,
oh, my tyre.
Probably knock a tyre off, but pretty much like anywhere else in the UK. But most of it's been pretty good. I'll say fuel stations are good, food's pretty good.
Yeah. You're not stuck for anything.
Phone signal, RTE SIM card did really well. It pretty much had a signal everywhere. In fact, some places the speeds were ridiculously high. So even in the woods we parked in last night, which seen us this morning, early in the video, should I say?
Yeah, at the visitor
which
centre,
was this morning as we sat here.
It was.
Even there, the internet was like 60, 70 megabits a second. So, you know, we watch football on it. Watch England. So, yeah, phone signal pretty good. It was rubbish on... We're on Smarty on those phones, which is 3 network. That was rubbish.
That was... Yeah, it was.
We had the eSIM card.
A polite word for rubbish.
Yeah. It was rubbish.
Yes. But I think the one thing I'd probably say, if you're like us and you know, you're travelling around, you're doing it over a few weeks or more, pick things up when you see them, you know, like fresh stuff, you know, like if you come across the shop and think, oh, I've only got enough bread for tomorrow, like we do, just stop, because you might not see another shop for a couple of days. So I would...
Yeah, another thing, we did it anti-clockwise. So I started at Inverness, went up the east coast, across the top and down the west coast. I would highly recommend going that way. If I'd have gone the other way, I would have been a bit disappointed. I would have probably missed a lot out on the east coast, but because we started on the east coast and it was a new trip, we visited more places, I feel. So I think that's a better way to do it anti-clockwise. Other people might disagree. Some of the west is barren, there's not a lot to see.
Very barren.
Some of it's beautiful.
Oh yeah,
really beautiful. Like we've seen stags, we've seen plenty of deers, we've seen all sorts. So you know, it's really well worth doing. Right?
Definitely.
We haven't even seen the aurora, so don't even ask about the aurora.
Every time it's been on like high alert, it's been thick cloud.
Always cloudy.
And we're going out like every sort of 40-45 minutes going, no, it's still cloudy.
Yeah.
So we still haven't seen it.
No.
Typical, isn't it? We're at the top of the country and we're still not
right
seen
at the top where I think, well, there's nothing in our way.
Like totally blank canvas out there. Still didn't see it.
No. But yeah, I highly recommend the NC500.
Yeah.
And we've done it in a 9-metre motorhome, so I wouldn't have any worries about doing it in anything, really.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Not at all.
No, any size motorhome, you'll be fine.
I say you hear all the stories, you know, you're not welcome. I've not found that.
Well, you've now, you know, if you followed our vlogs, you'll see the honest take on the parking, the roads, the locals, you know, everything. So you might have heard some horror stories in it, but as you've seen from our videos, we can't really fault it. Not on anything.
No.
Nothing at all.
Well worth doing. And
I'm glad we've done it.
We spent just under 2 weeks.
It'll be 2 weeks tomorrow we left.
12 days.
Oh, no, 2 weeks on Monday.
Yeah, I think
it's
12 days we spent doing it.
Yeah.
I think 2 weeks is plenty.
I think
we'd
it
have probably spent 3 weeks if we'd have had a few more things open, obviously, this time of year. It's just to be expected. It's just that we were up here, so it was
daft not to do it while we were up here, yeah.
Really was daft not to do it, but yeah, we really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We'll definitely go back and do it at a different time of year, so we can
to do more different pieces of it, yeah.
Find the bits that were shut and revisit them.
Yeah. Yeah, there were some lovely places that I'd looked at, and it's like they either shut last week or they shut 2 weeks ago, and I'd really wanted to go to them, so it would be nice to go back and see them open.
Trying to think if there's any other tips. Not really. Make sure you've got plenty of fuel in your tank all the time. LPG. There's not that many stations. I think there's only about 3 altogether.
Yeah, and you do pay a little bit more for it, don't you? All right.
Yeah, well, we did. There was another one actually, which was only about £1 a litre.
Yeah.
But we
just filled up.
We only filled up once. We haven't filled up since then.
No.
It's not really too much of a problem, is it?
No, not at all.
Finding water, as you've seen, if you watch the previous videos, if you haven't gone to the previous videos, there's some of the community centres have put in LSAN points. Taps, we found taps on toilet
proper
blocks.
Service places, haven't they? Service points.
So you can get round without using campsites much.
Yeah.
A lot of the places, the car parks we stopped in, are all like a voluntary
contribution, yeah.
What it actually says is it invites you to pay an overnight fee or pay per hour, or you get 1 hour for free, most of them said.
Yeah.
So it's like an invitation to pay, but you don't have to pay. We chose to pay because we had some cracking stops.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but it's like as well when you're using these service points, just even if it's £1 or £2, just drop it in the donation box, because it all helps. Without these places, we'd struggle. That's how I look at it. So a couple of quid every time you use them, to me, is nothing.
No, just
they're so handy.
We'd pay at every one if we could.
Yeah.
Just to, you can. I mean, like some like Scarborough and Filey, that there's no pay.
No, there's no way of paying. No. But while we've been up here,
happily pay.
Yeah, while we've been up here, there's always been a donation box, which is brilliant. So I've always just put a couple of quid cash in.
Yeah. Yeah. So motorhome friendly, I think. Yes,
definitely.
Camper van friendly, yes.
Yep.
Probably a nightmare in summer.
Yeah.
I think that's what people try and get across.
I think so.
Saying it's a nightmare up here. We did see quite a few motorhomes about vans, but sometimes we drive for like half an hour and not see another vehicle, so it was a good time to do it. If you just want to take in the scenery, definitely do it in November.
Oh yeah.
But if you want to visit places, probably go September, October, I would say.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's our tips on the NC500.
Yeah.
So
and I think just if you are going to drive it, if you've got the time, then just don't rush.
I hope you've enjoyed our few videos on it.
Yeah, we've certainly enjoyed making them.
We've enjoyed it, so yeah, we're going to wrap this one up here. I want to thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.